Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to have you guys pause the video for you to focus on which deck is resonating with you. And we will go ahead and begin with deck number 1. Alright, we have Just Breathe, Manifest, Heal, Master, Well-Deserved Reward, Overall Energy, Share a Loved One, share the love. Giving and receiving, and clarity of belief. Okay, I feel like somebody has really been putting it out there. Someone has really been maybe allowing themselves to be receptive and vulnerable. Maybe you guys have also been very helpful, or just trying to give time or energy to people, just giving of yourself. And maybe you really have been giving from the heart, despite the fact that you could be hurt, despite the fact that maybe you're still healing. It just seems like you're still ready to just, love or help. I feel that you've also been maybe healing or taking some sort of a break. And there's also the possibility that you've been praying for someone or someone's been praying for you. It seems like patience has been needed for you to, get through with some sort of situation. But I do feel that you're starting to have mental clarity. You might be ready to manifest. I feel like something's going on where you're like, okay, now that I've healed, now that I've gone through XYZ, I'm ready to try again. I'm ready to start fresh and try something again. So you also could have had like several past failures. I don't know if it was failed relationships, or maybe you've been trying to get something up off the ground and it just failed. It just seems like whatever the case, you're ready for it again. In spirit, I do feel like there is someone near you, whispering to you and just like trying to guide or protect you. Seems like you've also gotten some sort of recharge, and you're like, okay, I have like a surge of energy. Let me work with this energy while I got it. So I feel that you are getting ready to make something happen for yourself. I feel like you're not going to make any excuses for not having this or not having that. It just seems like you're ready to move forward. Again, I'm seeing healing. Now, maybe some of you are healers, or you're wanting to go into a healing career field, or you're meant to. Maybe you've been getting signs that you're meant to be some sort of healer. I feel like you can heal possibly with your voice or your hands. I knew they were going to call it this time. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I was talking about looking like you could be healing with either like your voice or your hands. And it also looks like you are potentially, maybe you're even trying to like uplift humanity or uplift the world in some way. Maybe you're doing something where you're just trying to spread the love to everyone. And like I said, if you aren't doing these type of things, I do feel that there is someone that is sending some sort of healing energy towards you. I feel like someone is trying to like manipulate the elements of the universe to make it work for the better. I feel like it's not really for selfish reasons. However, I do have like some kind of dual nature going on. It could be that two different things are happening. It could be you battling, the darkness with your light. Or maybe if you are experiencing some sort of spiritual war, maybe there is someone who is trying to manipulate your energies for themselves while you are trying to do it for everyone else, or trying to heal and someone's trying to take. So I don't know. It does still seem like there is an energy of selfishness, or someone who's maybe trying to take something and use it, or to trap an energy. It could be that there is someone who's taking advantage of their healing abilities. Seems like you are either way going to defeat whatever troubles that you've been facing, or obstacles, or you're ready to deal with them. Like you're not afraid anymore. Maybe you've healed to a point where, you're still standing, so you're just kind of ready for war. You're ready for battle. Maybe you have been wounded in the past, but I feel like you believe in yourself enough to keep going. Something that's also coming off like you having like a higher vantage point. Maybe you have an edge on a situation because you can see things from a different perspective, so you have an edge over everyone else. I feel like there's a lot of working on the self, basically. In any love situation, it could be that you're attracting someone who has like this good and bad side to them. Maybe you see their light, but at the same time, this is someone who can be draining. They can be draining energetically, and you have to set boundaries with this person. So you might be dealing with someone who is like kind-hearted, but I kind of feel like this person might have a black heart, but you kind of see their light or feel like there's hope. And it does seem like someone's black heart is being healed with the heart chakra. So I don't know if the connection that you have with this person is a start. I still say, even in that case, set boundaries. You can love unconditionally, but don't forget about yourself. And then also, if it's not romantic love, it can be anybody. Maybe you have a friend or a parent or relative that kind of has a black heart, but you still feel like you want to love them despite the fact that they've hurt you in the past or disappointed you. You also might partake in any type of group prayer. Seems like maybe you're trying to combine your energy with the energies of others. It's like, okay, I don't want to just do this by myself, or I need other energies to join in with me to get this done. So it could be some sort of collective thing that you're doing to heal or change a situation. It seems to like every time you feel liberated from a situation or freed from a situation, someone comes along and tries to cage you back in, or you end up getting yourself back in a situation where you're trapped again. Health-wise, someone might be having some sort of heart problems or breathing problems that needs to be looked into. Especially asthma. I kind of feel that maybe you had a premonition about something, like hearing from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. I feel that somebody ghosted you in the past, but you can still feel their energy. You can still feel this person's spirit. If it's about the fact that somebody crossed over, same thing. It's like you can still feel that person's spirit. You might still feel connected to a fire sign. Sometimes I feel like you get access to the other realms and are able to connect with people in other realms, or that live like a parallel universe, that are in a parallel universe rather. Also, I kind of feel that somebody has been playing around with portals or trying to open a portal. I'm getting the name Stevie for somebody. Okay, so a negative thing and I'm picking up is that somebody is trying to scramble your thought process. Somebody's just like trying to hack your mind and get you to doing things. They're trying to manipulate your will. And this can also be, on a mundane level, someone trying to hack into your computer or phone. You also might be concerned, wondering if someone has been doing that. I would say, yeah, there's a possibility that someone's been inside your phone or trying to hack your information. I'm hearing someone say, I work with the dark and the light. For some of you, I feel like you've been putting a lot of love and energy into, if not a Capricorn, then someone who has just been taking a lot but not really giving anything in return. So you've been acting more selfless to someone who wasn't so much. I feel too that maybe you have been leaving indirect messages out for someone on social media, or they have been doing this for you. I heard the name Craig for somebody. And the initials CB. It might be Balfour. I don't know what these random messages is that I'm getting, but I heard something about Angel gave him a ride. So I don't know who that message is for. Somebody's doing something behind the scenes. Okay, if you've been wanting to talk to somebody in charge, there's somebody behind the scenes that is hard to get to, and this person is protected. It's hard to get through to them. If this is in business or career, I don't know. It's like, be careful what you wish for or who you get involved with. There is a possibility that you could awaken a sleeping giant. If you are at the top of your game in any situation in life, I feel like there is someone who wants to knock you down or take your place or wants to contain you or quarantine you, kind of like looking at you like a virus. They don't want you to go any further, so they're trying to box you in. And you've likely been doing things to elevate yourself above what they're doing or what they're sending to you, and maybe even kind of like saying, I'm not afraid, and you just keep like pushing forward. If someone has a fear of heights, I feel like they're ready to confront their fear of heights. Alright, so I'm going to move on to deck number 2. Alright, we have the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the Page of Swords, Temperance, Death, overall energy, the Star, 9 of Cups, and what is that? 9 of Pentacles. All right. So overall energies, I'm sorry, 6 of Pentacles. I'm like still looking. I'm like, no, that's not right. Okay, anyway. All right, so overall energies, I kind of feel that you've been praying, that you've been maybe putting like some sort of hopes and wishes out into the universe and just kind of waiting for a response. Maybe you've already just been getting some sort of signs and synchronicities that things were going to be okay for you. You still seem to be holding back or just patiently having to wait. And then there are times where you might find yourself losing hope. It seems that you've also just been waiting for something. You're like, okay, like I'm open, universe. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. And it's like you're still waiting. I don't know if you are wanting love in your life. And you just kind of feel like you still have not found it. Or there's been like a lot of disappointments. You might find yourself getting stuck emotionally at times and just like having regrets because you can't seem to move forward. It's like you're too fixated on the past. Now, if this is not your energy, it could be someone around you that is suffering, and maybe you are trying to be that person that they can come to, and you're just like waiting for them to talk, and you're like, I'm here for you. And this person's coming to you and they're talking about all these things that they've been holding back, all the things that make them sad, that they're disappointed about. And so maybe you are the person that they just go to when they're down. And so it could be that. And it does look like maybe you're trying to heal, or it needs to be some kind of healing. I know that I done gave all sorts of numbers here. This keeps bothering me. Okay, so something about the Four of Pentacles, like maybe there is something that is being held back, or there is some sort of blockage that you're dealing with. I feel like if you are the one that's been hiding or holding things back, that you're going to be sharing it or opening up. Maybe you share something on social media, or maybe you are just finding some sort of way to release all the things that you've been withholding inside, and just trying to heal yourself, trying to get back in alignment, trying to get back centered. You might find that you're having to make the best out of a situation as well. Like maybe you keep getting thrown lemons, and you're just like, why does the universe just keep tossing all these lemons at me? And you're constantly having to make a situation work, or temper something so that it's not as bad. You're constantly having to neutralize things that are going on in your life right now. So, I feel like you need to continue to stay patient, or at least, that is what you're doing. Like the universe is just like trying to let you know, just be patient, just be patient. Now, I also kind of feel that there is some sort of transition happening to you or around you. There is some sort of transition happening. You could be changing your lifestyle forever in some way. Something about your life. Maybe you're just changing your name, or the name of your business, or maybe you're having something removed, whether it's a tooth or some other bigger surgery, but it's still some sort of a transformation that's happening to you. And maybe you're also just kind of like needing to prepare for that. Maybe you are also, transitioning from a job. Maybe there's something that you had to let go of so that you could have some sort of peace or tranquility in your life. So you might be getting ready to release things, or there are things being removed from your life so that healing can begin. Now you could also be dealing with an Aquarius, or any air sign, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Those are the main energies that are coming out. Seems like you're literally preparing for fall, or although, you know, fall just started, and maybe that is also what is happening, like you're clearing things out to bring in the fall, is some sort of a harvest. And this could also be in a literal sense. I don't know, maybe, you know, you have gardens that you have to tend to, and so there is some sort of harvest happening. Now, you still might have to go through some kind of grief. Like something's happening where it's like having to mourn the loss or the ending of something. You're saying goodbye. Especially too if you are Libra, because you know your birthday is coming, so you're getting ready to say goodbye to the past year, that age, and you're entering this new era of your life. And it could be something that's really profound. Spiritually, if you work with spirits or if you work in a hospice, you could be working as a death doula and just helping spirits and or people to transition or cross over. Yeah. So I'm also getting something in regards to secrets being withheld. Someone is keeping something secret. Either you are doing it or someone is keeping something from you. You also could be coming off very private or working on something in private. Yeah. You might be working on something in private that you haven't really told anybody about. It might be a way to make money or to build your wealth, but you're not really sharing. Maybe you want to see how it works first before you go talking about it. But yeah, it seems like maybe you're trying to prepare something you don't want to tell people. In a love situation, I feel that there is someone who is emotionally unavailable, but at the same time, they watch you from afar. You also might be trying to turn off your feelings if you're an empath, because you know that feelings can become, what you feel can become overwhelming. And so as an empath, you might be trying to tune out your emotions or disconnect from them. You're like, no, because if I think about it, I'm just going to cry, and I don't want to. So you might have up some kind of emotional barrier. And it does seem like there's a lot, or there's something weighing heavily on your heart that you're keeping to yourself. Maybe you also are someone who doesn't like to burden people with your emotions. I feel like someone is also doing some kind of experimentation and just feeling like it's a disappointment. You might find yourself sad that something's over, or that you missed out. Maybe you feel like something's too late. From the perspective of someone who misses you, this person, they feel bad about how they left or how things ended. But I don't know if you blocked them or if they had you blocked so that they wouldn't have to think about you. But they feel bad. It's possible that somebody maybe tried to send you a message and saw that they couldn't. Maybe you got your phone number changed. That is another major life change. Maybe you got your phone number changed and somebody can't reach you anymore. In regards to communication, the communication between you and other people could be bad this week, or maybe things are getting lost in translation, or maybe there's like passive aggression going on. And I'm also getting a situation where somebody is like mad or upset, not mad, but upset because you didn't read their mind. You didn't pick up on the clues that they were sad or didn't feel good. And so they're kind of like annoyed by you. Like, why didn't you notice that I was sad? Why didn't you notice that I wasn't myself? And it's kind of like, excuse me, I'm not a mind reader, you know. So yeah, I kind of feel like somebody is going to get upset about that. There might be an air sign who cannot stop thinking about you, but they're not reaching out or refuse to initiate communication with you, or vice versa. You can't stop thinking about an air sign, but at the same time, you're not going to reach out to them. Whoever has a barrier up, eventually I feel like that barrier will be removed or come down. I feel that someone's also been hiding, like trying to avoid people, or hiding behind family. Sometimes you might feel trapped because of obligations to the family. I kind of feel like somebody cooks something and then has to throw it out because they didn't make it right. There could be some kind of waste going on. There could also be someone who's trying to bring two people together. Somebody's like a mediator. Either you are being a mediator for two people who are having problems getting along, or fighting a couple, or you have someone that is trying to be a mediator for you and your friend or partner. I kind of feel like a friendship needs to be healed or mended with an earth sign, especially. I'm also getting that someone is reporting back to somebody in regards to information about you. So it could be that someone had their family member find out some information about you, and then the family member, they're going back and they're talking about what they found out. You could also be stuck in some sort of dead end relationship, and maybe keep trying to fix it, but it just needs to pass or go away, or end rather. If you're in a relationship, there could be an ending. Maybe you guys decide to dissolve your relationship. If it's not the relationship that's ending, then, something about the relationship, a part of the relationship, is just changing. Somebody could reveal something to you that they were afraid to reveal. It is a strong possibility that someone is in danger or hurting, but they don't want to worry you. Maybe someone is dealing with some kind of disease or a surgery that they need to have. So yeah. And I kind of feel like whatever it is, you're going to be very supportive. And you're going to try and help this person. I feel that someone's also going to cut their hair short or cut it off. Yeah. All right. So let's see what messages there are in deck number 3. You've got 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the World, Justice, 2 of Pentacles, overall energy, the Emperor, 2 of Swords, and the King of Cups. In a love situation, I kind of feel that there's competition. There could be 2 people competing for you. And it also looks like there is someone who watches you, or maybe there's a couple of people who are interested in you, but they haven't come forward yet because they're still strategizing on how to approach you. Even if you're in a relationship, this person might still want to be with you and trying to figure out how to make you theirs. Now, if you are the one in a relationship, it is possible that someone is kind of like looking at your relationship, or they want your partner, or something of that sort. if you're in an established relationship, there could be some kind of competition between you and their family. Like maybe this person, they're always torn between catering to their family first or you as their partner. Especially if you're not married, maybe, there's a lot of talk about where, well, y'all not married, so, you're with us, or your responsibility is with us first. I kind of feel like there is someone who's intimidated by somebody's father. Maybe you have to meet the in-laws and the father maybe doesn't quite like you or is on the fence about you, or vice versa. Your father doesn't really care for the person that you're interested in and want to marry. Seems like you could also be dealing with some kind of power struggles. You and somebody else are just very strong-willed, and both of you want your way. Both of you want to dictate or be in charge. So it's some sort of clash of power. And that can be in any situation. I do feel, though, that you've got some kind of abundance coming towards you if you haven't received it already. You should be getting some sort of abundance or financial security, whether it's through a new job, a settlement, a loan you apply to. It seems like you're going to receive that. And something is giving you like a foundation to stand on. If you have real estate, you could be selling your real estate or purchasing some real estate. Either way, it just seems that there is something legal involved where contracts have to be signed, and you are either acquiring like some real estate or, like I said, selling the real estate, or maybe it's some exchange, like you sell your real estate, but you're going to take the proceeds and put it right back into another piece of property. The way the week ends, though, seems like questionable, or leaves you debating, like you can't decide. So at some point, maybe you're needing to make some sort of decision, but you're teetering. You're going back and forth. You're like, I don't know, maybe not, maybe not. It could be that you're having a hard time making a decision about something because you just need more information, or the information that you have is just non-satisfactory. You're like, yeah, I need more information about that before I can say yes to it. Another thing I see is that you do end up spending a lot of money or making a big purchase, and or paying off all your bills. Yeah, like it's a lot of money being used, and then it kind of like leaves you like with just hardly anything. You're like, ooh, this is all I got to work with after all those expenses and the things that I bought. This is all I'm left with. So now you're left trying to figure out how to make that dollar stretch. You could be dealing with an Aries, Libra, an earth sign, or a water sign. Now, I do feel that there is someone coming towards you and they want to offer you something. They want to offer you some sort of goods, or if it's career, they want to offer something to you. They're like, oh, this is our offer. If you want to work here, what do you think? Maybe you're holding out for a better offer if it's like payment negotiation. If this is about relationships, I feel that somebody might be spending money on you, or spoiling you, or asking you like, what do you want? They're like, go pick something out. Just get whatever you want. You could possibly be going on some kind of vacation or traveling. So I don't know. I just kind of feel that you're also starting a new chapter. Like this is the close of a chapter. Something's been fulfilled. Now it could be too that you're paying off some sort of debt, or like you paid off all your debt, but so you're debt free, but now you only have like a few dollars left. I'm getting something about Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if that is someone's movie or if that movie just makes sense for somebody. I feel like you're going to be putting money into your savings and you're going to keep it there. Or you might start a separate account somewhere else just so that you can stay in control of your savings or your finances. Maybe if it's not easily accessible, you'll leave it alone. Spiritually, I feel like, again, the ancestors, they are like, nope, that person's not for you, or that person's not going to be part of our family, or something like that. So your ancestors could be stopping you from moving forward with certain things, but it's likely for your own good. I guess it depends on which ancestor it is. But I don't know, they might be looking out for your best interests. I do feel that there will be an approval, though, from your spirit team at some point. It also could be that you don't care what your ancestors say, but you're going to move forward with something anyway. I feel like you're doing things to secure your future. You could also be following some sort of instructions that were given to you. Like maybe you went to someone for advice and they told, like, they're like, this is what you do. Especially if it has to do with finances. Maybe you talk to a financial advisor and they're like, this is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. And so I feel like even though they're giving you advice, you don't want to listen to it at first. Or you might be hesitant and maybe just want to do your own thing. Somebody who was not ready for commitment in the past is saying that they're ready for it now, but you don't trust them. Or at least that might happen. If you've been in some situation where you did not have freedom or you were codependent, stuck, something's getting ready to happen where you will have your independence back, your freedom. especially if it's like work related. Maybe you worked at a job and you were like, like I really want my own business, so I want to go back to my own business. It seems that that's going to happen. So you're going to go back to being independent if you had lost that. I still feel like there's something in regards to travel. You could be taking a trip even if you're going solo. Maybe at first you didn't want to do something because you were like, I don't want to do this by myself, but you end up just doing it. Whatever decisions you're getting ready to make, it's like you needed to make this decision before. Like maybe the last time you couldn't decide or you missed an opportunity and now the opportunity is back again, and it's like, okay, here's that opportunity again. What are you going to decide? Now, karmically, I see something having to do with karmic justice, like something is justice. Like you're balancing your karmas, you're fulfilling, karmic obligations so that your scales can be balanced. If you're dealing with any type of legalities and you're wanting to know what the outcome's going to be, like for any type of court situation, I feel that with that, there's no answer just yet. Something is like still out for judgment. If you go to court, it's likely something could be a continuance. You might be conflicted when it comes to career. I don't know if your career somehow is playing around with your, I guess, moral beliefs or ethics. And you're like, can I really do this? I don't really agree with the ethics of this. And it seems like maybe you're just, you want to be someone who is able to use good judgment. So, you're torn. I feel like you might be challenged with some kind of ethical decision. I'm getting something in regards to Canada or the Canadian currency. I don't know if there's something that you're trying to exchange. I don't know if you live in Canada and you're trying to get something in a different state, or vice versa. You're in some state but you're trying to do something, or a country, and you're trying to do something with Canada. I kind of feel that whatever you keep putting off on, like trying to make a decision about something, at some point the universe is just like, okay, we're gonna make that decision for you now. And so you don't get to decide anymore. Just, it's taken from you. Maybe that's what you kind of low-key want to happen, because you just like, I can't decide. I don't care. Whatever the universe says, you choose. You also might have received some sort of information in a dream, but you don't know what to do with it. It's confusing. You're like, I don't know what to do with that piece of information. I don't know what my spirit guides were trying to tell me. So you might be a little conflicted, like the dream meant something, but you don't know what to make of it. So even if it is a premonition, it's like out of your hands. You're like, I guess I just have to wait until it happens. And then that's exactly what happens. Is you were trying to figure out what it meant, but you couldn't. Or even if you receive some sort of interpretation, you just have to let it play out. In a love situation, I feel like somebody sends mixed signals. Like I said, they're coming forward saying that they're ready for commitment, but you don't really trust them. You're like, I don't believe you. Like, I need to see. Prove me wrong, man. I feel like this person does not like your challenge initially, or might feel like they don't have nothing to prove, or like, I don't need to prove anything. I said I was going to do it. You should just take my word. I kind of get that might play out for somebody. Also, you might be forced to relocate, maybe for a job, or something just happens with your situation, changes so drastically that you have to relocate. And matter of fact, if you don't relocate before Scorpio season, then the next exit would likely be Capricorn season. Yeah. Alright, so those are all the messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully some things resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.